What's up, fuckers? Hello, ladies. How y'all doing today? I must admit, I'm glad I got some time. I am frustrated. I just spoke for 37 minutes. Everything's showing up in OBS just fine when I came in to record, but apparently it did not record my mic. So I had to restart my computer and unplug everything, plug everything back in. Now all of a sudden it's working. So, I don't know if I can encapsulate what I just said in those 37 minutes, but what we're going to talk about is control. Most of it should be fresh in my mind. I did a really good job of not cussing very much and laying out some really good points, and now it may not go that way. So, just a slight warning. Also, I don't remember everything I said, so I may skip over some stuff. Okay, so today is about control. I tried to do a little mechanical beatbox, like, controlling a machine. Controlling a human is much different. Controlling a human is actually much easier. One of the first things that I learned in marketing is that you give a person two options. You don't give them an open-ended question. You don't ask them, so when can you come in? You say, would you like to come in at 1 p.m. or 4 p.m.? Would you like to come in on Tuesday or Thursday? Would you like to come in on Friday or Saturday? You give them two options. That's a way of controlling, right? Because when somebody asks you a question that only gives you so many options when you know that there's more options, then you need to back away. They're trying to control you. They're trying to manipulate you. If they really want you to make a decision and they want you to be free and have free will in how you decide this situation, they will ask you what you think about it. They will present you with facts and say, how do you feel? If they want to control you, they will say, is it this or that? So, a closed-end question. Do you like broccoli? Okay. A control question. Do you like, which is better, broccoli or asparagus? When somebody presents you with something like that, just look at them and say, why can't it be both? If they get flustered, they were trying to control you. If they say, oh, well, that's fine, so you like them both, then it was probably an honest question. Probably. Or they're really good and they know what they're doing. Now, control comes in many facets, right? Power is a million different things. And that's why it's so hard to judge when people are trying to control you. So, for instance, okay, that's what it was. All right, between city folk and rural folk, okay? Now, when you're in a city, you don't see grass around you. You see pavement, buildings. There's always somebody within 100 meters of you to help you or hurt you. You have police. You don't need protection from the world, because for the world to get all the way into the center of the city, it basically can only be human or some kind of like spider or something like that, right? There might be a crocodile or an alligator in the New York sewer systems or something like that, right? But it's not like you've got alligators in the street biting people. Now, when you're in rural, right, you have no one to rely on. There's no police officers within 50 miles. There is no neighbor within yelling distance. You're all by yourself in the wilderness. And while you do have a home more than likely to protect you, some kind of shelter, you're also going to have weapons. You're going to have all types of weapons, and you're going to know how to use those weapons because you're going to have nobody to rely on except for yourself. When you go into the city, you've got a butcher that chops the meat. You've got the police officer that protects your home. You've got the ambulance that'll take you to the doctor. These are not things that you can rely on in rural areas. You have to rely on knowing how to stitch yourself up with fishing line. You have to know how to rely on yourself to take care of the pack of coyotes out in your back 20 acres. You have to watch out for bears or mountain lions that will literally kill you and eat you. You don't have to worry about those things in a city. So there's a completely different mind state. There's also a different mind state between the children, right? So in rural, they're teaching their children how to sustain life. In the city, they're teaching the children how to be gay. There's a big difference there. Okay? Control. Why is one specific party in the United States trying to control children? Why is one specific party 90% of their recruitment towards children? Why would they try to indoctrinate 5-year-olds about adult issues like sexuality? This is, for one, this is not healthy, right? And let's talk about gay for a second, right? I have nothing against gay people. Nothing whatsoever, except for one simple fact. There's a fact. This is an opinion. If you're gay, you can't procreate. I mean, you can, technically. It's like in vitro. You can, you know, test tube baby, whatever you want to, you know, you technically can. But being gay goes against nature as far as species survival and so on and so forth. Now, let me clarify that. Having sex or gay sex has nothing to do with a gay lifestyle. If you're choosing to never be with the opposite sex, you're choosing not to procreate, right? So I don't want my children to be gay, okay? Because I want to have grandchildren. It's nothing to do with me being against gay people. Nothing whatsoever. I love gay people. I don't want my child to be gay. I don't want to be gay. There are people that want to be gay. Fine, do your thing. No issue. You want to know what else? I'm not racist for wanting my child to look like me. So when I choose a mate to have children with, she's going to have features similar to mine. Not necessarily saying she's going to be a mirror of me, but I'm going to have some kind of an ability to know what my child is going to look like, right? So if I were to date somebody outside of my race, which I have, then I would have a different looking baby than myself. And as I started getting to the point where I wanted to have babies, I started realizing, well, I do kind of like, I would like my baby to look like me, which means that I probably shouldn't date outside of my race anymore because I would like my child to look like me. That's not racist. That's not me saying that anybody is bad. It's me saying I want something specific. The same thing is these people trying to say that if you don't date a transgender that you're a bigot. No, you expecting me to want to date somebody that is the opposite of nature, you're a bigot. I'm tired of these racists and bigots saying that it all depends on color, that it all depends on sexuality, that these individuals don't matter. The only thing that matters is their color or who they fuck. I'm sorry, that's racist and bigoted. And you want to know the biggest issue is it's not necessarily racists and bigots, it's elitists. We've got these people that think they're better than everyone. Just recently, I watched an interview of this lady that left The Guardian, and she learned in 1982 what I've been learning over the last 20 years. And that's that these people aren't even racists or bigots, they're elitists. They think they're better than everybody. They look down from their extended-legged horse and look at the ants as if they're petty, they're tiny, they're beneath them. It's like, how can I expect a black person to be like me? I'm white. I have money. There's no black people that have money. How can a black person have money? It's like they're so ignorant and they're so elitist. They don't realize how stupid they actually are. It's like the Valley Girls. Oh my God, Becky, look at her news. It's like so fake. Ignorance. They say stupid shit because they're not smart enough to say smart shit. Urgh. News is turned into gossip. All right, so I was talking to this girl, right? And she asked me what I keep up on. And because I keep up on damn near everything, I didn't want to say anything. I was just like, I played stupid. And I was just like, man, I just keep up with a few different things and look around at things every once in a while. And she was like, well, this is one that I listen to. And it was from one of the big New York media newspapers. And I started listening to it. And because I had done sound design and worked with music and stuff, I started realizing something as I started to listen to it. And I told her, I said, look, I said, what you're listening to is no different than Cold War propaganda. I mean, there's somebody on that staff that knows specifically about propaganda and how to use it. There's no way around it. And let me explain. What they're doing is they're using music to vilify and to prop up people. So, for instance, whoever they were against in the piece, they would play evil music behind them talking. Whoever they wanted to be the victim, they would play the "please send $1 to the African children that need your help" music. And then when they wanted the hero to be recognized, they would play heroic music behind them as they spoke. And I'm sitting here and I'm just like, wow, this is bad. It's similar to the Seinfeld without a laugh track. I implore you to go check out Seinfeld without a laugh track. There's some really sad and sick stuff that they do and discuss without a laugh track. It's not funny. It's frightening, it's scary, it's shocking, and it is everything except funny. But when you throw a laugh track behind it, it all of a sudden makes it funny. This is control, people. These tiny little things that you don't recognize and aren't supposed to recognize are control. I know you guys have been hearing me talk about China a few times in some of my things. Let me get into that a little bit. Okay, so in China, let's do the whole city rural thing too, because in China it's the same exact thing, city and rural, right? Okay, so in the cities, you've got to grease palms. You have got to bribe people to get anything that you want. What that does to the culture is that creates a system in which it doesn't matter how strong you are, how smart you are, what you can actually bring to the table. Only thing that matters is how much money you have. Now, that money can do two things. It can either put you into a position that you want to be in, or somebody else can use their money to put you into a position you don't want to be in. And when you get into a situation like that, you have to grease palms to do anything. Now, the people in rural China, they live on farms. They get their own food. They do everything. They're so far away. The closest government official that they would have to bribe is nowhere near their actual day-to-day life, right? So they don't have to deal with that. They're probably a lot more humble. They probably are a lot more self-sustaining. The people in the cities, they rely on the police. But when your police can be bribed, then guess what? You have to bribe the police. There becomes this culture of control and cheating. And like if you go into the gaming segment, right, and like some of these free to play games, what you'll like stats wise, this is stats, okay? 90% of the cheaters in the millions are from China. And now the reason for this is because it's a different culture. See, in China, you can get beheaded. You can get, thrown into the gulag. You have so many things in so many parts of your life that you can just instantly snap of a finger, gone. You're done. You can be prominent, just like, what is it? The doctors that came out about what's going on right now, they're gone. They're vanished. Nada. Nothing left. Try to find them. I dare you. See, with these games, they're not saying, "Hey, we've got a cheat for you. We've got a hack for you." No. What they're saying is that we've got an enhancement for you. We will make you better at the game than you've ever been. This is your chance. Buy our product and we will enhance you. We will make you the best that you can be. And they don't see it as cheating. They see it as an advantage. It's no different than having the money to grease a palm is an advantage. It's not cheating because it's part of the culture. It's something that they have to do to survive. If you're part of a culture that for you to eat your meal, you've got to duel for your dinner, people are going to be dying every single day because people are going to eat. Think about that. It won't be wrong to that culture. They'll literally kill another human being just to eat their dinner because they are forced into a box. They are being controlled. When you corner somebody, control them, or trying to control them, they have nowhere to go except for left or right because up in front of them, that's you blocking them. You're trying to control them. It's the same thing with the questions. You're trying to control them. All right, news. Oh my God. News has become gossip. Gossip is news now, apparently. Yeah, let's get into this. All right. So, Fox News, right? I don't watch, right? I barely watch any news. I mean, I skim through it. I see, whatever, but I don't care. I'm not on the side. Look, why would all of the media focus on Fox News? Why would they tell you not to listen to Fox News? Why would they tell you that Fox News are liars? Why would they try to control you by being anti something else? Let me ask you another question. Why is one particular party in our country going after children? Why would you want ignorant people on your side? Let me ask you a really poignant question. Why does the not so pretty girl keep a fat girl next to her at all times? Why does the not so smart gentleman keep an idiot next to him at all times? Because when they're in that situation, they're the prettiest one in the room. When they're in that situation, they're the smartest one in the room. Now let me ask you, why do you want everybody on your side to be stupid? Control. There's a reason that in cities there are people pushing 5-year-olds to learn about adult sexuality. Why is that? Control. It has nothing to do with anything except for control. They don't give a damn about gay people. They probably don't even know gay people, and they probably look down on gay people like shit because they're elitists. They don't care about your color. They don't care about anything. All they care about is power and control. They're elitists. They think they're better than you. If any news station tells you how to think instead of shows you what it is and lets you decide, that's not news. That's gossip. That's opinion. We've got too many news places saying, don't look over there, don't look over there, don't look over there. Look, let's do some statistics, right? What is it? 93% of the coverage of our president right now is negative? Should news, something that's telling you facts, be negative or positive? Let that sink in. How can news be negative if it's not opinion? How can the facts be negative or positive? Because that's what news is supposed to be, correct? Facts. Like you say, the president said these words. That's a news article, right? When you say the president said these bad words and nobody likes it and this is how I feel and there's people that are screaming at him and this is wrong, everything beyond the president said this is opinion. None of that's fact. All that is manipulating you to think whatever you think. Now one of the biggest things that pisses me off, right? And I can't be pissed off about it, and that's why it pisses me off, is because I can't be mad at it, but it makes me mad, and that's what frustrates me, is that kind of loop, that catch-22. So I'm sitting here, and it's like, all right, even that lady from The Guardian that left that said they were racist, elitist, and all that good stuff, right? I think I covered that this time. I did last time. I'm pretty sure I led with that this time. I'm confused. I'm sorry, folks. All right, so even her, she's like, wait. You guys are racist. And then she says she says the most idiotic thing. And I'm not calling her an idiot for it. Well, I'm trying to explain to you how deep this goes. So she says, I always thought it was the other side that was racist. Boom. Head, mind blown. I've heard Joe Rogan say this. I've heard people that hate the left say this. They don't realize what they're saying. What they're saying is that ever since the 50s, the Democrats have been calling the Republicans racist. That's the only reason that you think that. That's the only reason that you think Republicans are evil, is because you've been told for 70 years that. Look, you want to know one of the most racist people ever? LBJ. Lyndon Johnson. Go look at his speeches to the black colleges in the 60s, right? When everything was getting all difficult. Look at his face when he says the Negro American and he looks down. Okay, he'll talk about the Negro American, and when he talks about inclusion, what's funny is that you go back and you look at it, that's when social justice started. If you don't believe me, go back to the 1960s, Lyndon Johnson talking to black people. He's a racist motherfucker. Oh my God. Okay, so when he talks about accepting black people into the culture and things like that, he looks down in disgust. He hates black people. You can literally see it on his face that he's not comfortable there and there's too many black people around him. He hates them. But what he's doing, he's not on a presidential address. He's not there to comfort them. He's not there to make their lives better. He's on a sales call. Dude, if you have any marketing experience, any sales experience whatsoever, watch those speeches to the black people. Watch how he tells them that they will always struggle. They will always be lesser. They will never be successful, in pretty words. He sits there and instills in them that they're lesser people while he tells them that they can be the best they ever been, as long as they're on his side. See? Control. That racist motherfucker right there knew how to control people. Watch his face. Watch his body language as he gives those speeches. You'll understand what true racism, control, and elitism is. That man was bad, in my opinion. Okay? Control comes in many ways, shapes, and forms. There's physical, there's money, there's mental. Like, so that's the thing about it. Like, we are a herd. You know, we herd immunity, heard this, heard that. People aren't smart. People want to think that they're smart, but they're not smart. I'm not smart. So don't think I'm saying I'm smart. I'm not smart. I think I've said that plenty of times. I've got a good head on my shoulders. I think about things, but there's parts of life that I'm completely retarded in. I have no problem saying that. So, control psychologically, there's a billion different ways to do it. Most of the time, it's cornering you or forcing you to think that something is negative. And one particular party has really focused on the children and blocking knowledge, keeping people ignorant. And I see this plain as day, and a lot of people don't. It's like when you keep a person ignorant, they can't survive without you. It's the fish. Teach a person to fish, give them fish. They're going to starve to death if you give them fish. They're going to live long, healthy lives and have children to live long, healthy lives if they know how to fish. See, the strong will always survive. And the only reason for you to keep a population dumb and ignorant is so that you can control them. And the thing, like, what's really funny to me is that I'm not Republican, and I hate that I even have to defend them. But honestly, Republicans want you to fend for yourself. So when they sit there and they say everybody needs to do this, they just want you to fish for yourself, right? But then on the other side, you have, instead of them saying, go, you should go out and fish, the other side says, hey, we got some fish sticks over here. We're going to give them to you. They hate you because they're trying to make you work for your food. We're going to give you some fish sticks. Yeah, they're a little past their date. Don't worry about that. It's food, right? You're going to be happy because you got food in your tongue? Yeah, see? You're on our side. No, motherfucker. They're controlling you. They're putting a carrot in front of your face and you're the jackass, just like I said last time. Don't follow the carrot. Follow the path. Look ahead. Know where you're going to. Don't look in front of your face. You've got to look a few steps ahead. So, damn it, I know I missed some stuff. I had some really good stuff in the first one. It was 37 minutes. I don't even know how long I'm talking. It might even be the same, but it's because I'm trying to remember what the hell I said. So, I'm going to end it here. Be careful of who controls you. You should be controlling yourself. You should be teaching others to control themselves. Don't listen to laugh track. Actually, you know what? Listen to laugh tracks. If you hear a laugh track, there's a reason. Look at all these late night comedians that are dumb as fuck now because they don't have people laughing on cue and they don't have all of the writers writing the funny words that they say. These people are not smart. These people are not talented. They're getting paid to be a face that spits out words that other people write. Now, watch yourself. When somebody tells you don't look over there, look over there. The best way to be strong is to be smart. The only way to be smart is to know what's around you. When you close your eyes when the boogeyman's coming at you, you don't know when he's going to fuck you up. At least if you open your eyes, you can see him coming at you, try to defend yourself, and try to do something. Look, knowing is half the battle. I love y'all. I wish you well. Don't let anybody control you. Don't try to control anybody else. Control yourself. Make sure that everybody's doing what they need to do, i.e., controlling themselves, but don't control others. Have a beautiful day. Make it that way. Holla at you.